On July 20th, 1969, the world watched as Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon, uttering the immortal words, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." This moment marked the height of the space race and a triumph of human ingenuity, yet almost immediately whispers of doubt began. Was it all an elaborate hoax? The moon landing conspiracy suggests a massive cover-up, with claims that the Apollo program was staged to win the Cold War. Bill Kaysing, a former NASA contractor, fueled these suspicions with his book, arguing that 1960s technology couldn't achieve such a feat. His theories, from missing blast craters to photo anomalies, resonated in an era of growing distrust in government. The idea transformed a historic achievement into a story of deception, challenging what we believe about our greatest leap. The image of the American flag waving on the moon is a favorite for conspiracy theorists. How could it flutter in a vacuum? The answer: the flag had a horizontal rod, and when astronauts twisted the pole into the lunar soil, the flag rippled and kept moving, no air resistance to stop it. Another claim: shadows in Apollo photos aren't parallel, hinting at multiple light sources like a studio set, but on the moon's uneven surface, perspective distorts shadows, just as parallel lines seem to converge on a road. Wide-angle lenses exaggerated these effects, making shadows appear odd but entirely consistent with sunlight. These visual quirks, while puzzling at first glance, are easily explained by physics and photography, yet their simplicity makes them powerful tools for sowing doubt. The flag and shadow arguments endure because they're easy to grasp, even if the science behind them is clear. In reality, the moon's environment creates effects that seem strange to us on Earth, but they're exactly what we'd expect from a real lunar landing. Why are there no stars in Apollo photos? Simple. The lunar surface was sunlit, so cameras used fast shutter speeds, too quick to capture faint stars. It's the same reason you can't see stars from a bright city street at night. Another challenge: the Van Allen radiation belts. Skeptics claim the radiation would have been deadly, but NASA plotted a quick path through the thinnest parts, limiting exposure to safe levels. Dosimeters worn by astronauts confirmed their radiation doses were minimal. The obstacles were real, but the solutions were practical and well documented. These technical details are often overlooked in favor of more dramatic explanations, but the science holds up under scrutiny. NASA's loss of the original Apollo 11 tapes is often cited as suspicious. Were they destroyed to hide evidence? In reality, the tapes were erased and reused during a tape shortage. The broadcast footage remains widely available. The real question: why fake the landing? The theory points to Cold War rivalry. America needed a win against the Soviets. With the USSR leading the space race, the pressure was immense. Some argue a staged landing would have been the ultimate propaganda victory. But this would have required a flawless cover-up involving thousands of people. The idea is compelling, but the logistics make it highly improbable. The motive for deception is clear, but the evidence for it is lacking. The evidence for the moon landings is overwhelming. Apollo missions brought back 382 kilograms of lunar rocks, unlike anything found on Earth, studied by scientists worldwide. Astronauts left behind retroreflectors. Even today, lasers fired from Earth bounce off them, confirming their presence. Modern lunar orbiters from NASA, Japan, India, and China have photographed Apollo landing sites, showing equipment and tracks. These findings are independently verified not just by NASA. The Soviet Union, America's rival, tracked the missions closely. If it were a hoax, they would have exposed it. Their silence and eventual congratulations speak volumes. To believe in the hoax is to believe the Soviets were complicit or fooled. Neither fits the facts. The physical and international evidence is clear. The moon landings happened, and the proof is etched in stone, light, and history. The conspiracy theory, while persistent, cannot erase the reality left on the lunar surface. Why does the moon landing hoax theory persist? It's less about evidence and more about distrust. Events like Watergate and Vietnam bred skepticism, making official stories seem suspect. The moon is distant and mysterious, making the achievement feel almost unbelievable. The internet amplifies doubt, spreading conspiracy theories faster than ever. Echo chambers reinforce suspicion, while scientific explanations struggle to keep up. Ultimately, the moon landing story is a test of trust. In science, in institutions, and in ourselves. The evidence is overwhelming, but the allure of doubt remains strong. In the end, what we choose to believe says as much about us as it does about history.